Hello everybody. Welcome to another gamer log or G log. This will be kind of a short one, at least in comparison to the other G logs I've put up. We're going to be going over some of the music collections that mean a lot to me, memories, experiences, mostly early 2000s, early 2000s mostly. But they mean a lot to me. And the camera's messing up. The camera messes up in this video more than a few times, so just a heads up. But let's go ahead and jump into it, and hopefully you'll stay with me. All right, so first up, we have I am really clumsy tonight. I'm also very tired, but I wanted to do this. So we have the Resident Evil Apocalypse soundtrack. Lady Psylocke saw this in a store we were at and thought of me. I have yet to get this off. This, surprisingly, even with Goo Gone, is apparently very hard to get off. It's weird, but anyway. So it's in really good condition. She knew I was a fan of the Resident Evil films, and it had everything with it. Obviously, with these films, they broke away from the game a good bit. You know, the source material kind of took liberties, but that's really cool. So clumsy tonight. I'm so sorry. Here's the whole thing. So that is one thing, and it was very cool. Sadly, we tried to play it in my car. The camera's freezing. We tried to play it in my car, but my CD player's messed up. So we didn't get to listen to it a whole lot. But I brought it up on Spotify, so we got to hear some of it. But anyway, that's Resident Evil Apocalypse. Something Lady Psylocke found for me and something I treasure. Alright, so the next, essentially, except for one, basically all of the soundtracks, music collections we're going to go through, there's about 5 of them, is Final Fantasy related, because Final Fantasy is a part of my life. So, Distant Worlds 2 was a concert series I went to in Dallas. Most of them were in Dallas. And I picked this up. My camera's freezing. I picked this up, and it was just really cool to have it. I haven't opened it. I'm not sure I ever will, but it was really cool. I have so many cool memories of this, especially the One Winged Angel theme. They also did Final Fantasy VIII's battle theme, which I think is Don't Give Up, is the name of the track, but I could be wrong on that. So anyway, Distant Worlds 2, and we will have something similar coming up soon as well, but different format. Okay, so next we have a collection of piano opera for Final Fantasy 1 through 9. Try to get close here. The camera's on a different setting for some weird reason. This is another one I haven't opened, but it's very cool. This relates to Lady Psylocke again because I picked this up. I took her to her first Final Fantasy concert, and she liked it. There was a bunch of Chocobo themes around. In fact, one of the main focuses at the concert, which was the piano concert, they had a lot of Chocobos on the screen, like as a frame, like that went around it. And I remember seeing a smile on her face anytime they came up. She was just like, they're so cute. So this was really cool. Anyway, I picked this up outside. They were selling them, and it was a really good buy. So it's a good memory, and it's it's really awesome. And again, I haven't opened it. I don't know if I ever will, but it's definitely a memory. So Final Fantasy 1 through 9, the piano opera. And I apologize for the camera of this video, y'all. We did an hour-and-a-half stream earlier, and I think it might have affected it. So yeah, there's that. All right. So, un-Final Fantasy related. Trans-Siberian Orchestra, and as you can see, there is signatures. This is the signature of the main musicians in the group. I stood in line for 2 hours to get these, and it was free. I had to buy the soundtrack, obviously, but this was worth it. This was back in 2013, maybe 14, when they were in Dallas, and it was so epic. They had TV screens that would show people up on stage, you know, playing, singing, and whatnot, and then the TV screens transformed into a nutcracker that like marched over the audience. It was really cool. A little dangerous, perhaps, but really, really awesome. Always memorable. The other thing is not just the signatures, but the guitar picks as well, which is just awesome. And if you know anything about Trans-Siberian Orchestra, you know they do amazing music. Especially it's a staple in my opinion of Christmas. It's just awesome. Everything's in really good shape. There's more signatures, and I've had this for about 12 years, and it's just fantastic. Anyway, it's great. It's another cherished part of something I experienced. Is that? No, I thought that was another. Yeah, no, I thought there was something underneath that. My bad. I haven't looked at it in a while. I keep it with my collection of music that I'll never utilize for discs, so or for music, just because they're collectible to me. So anyway, Trans-Siberian Orchestra, and if you don't know TSO, now you know. Alright, so last, to wrap up this video, this is one of the, I guess you could say, most awesome of my collection. The Trans-Siberian Orchestra thing was one thing, but this is from my first Final Fantasy concert, Distant Worlds. The one you saw earlier was Distant Worlds 2, which is really cool, but this was really awesome. This is very memorable. So this is the cover. I have it out like this because it's actually fairly hard to get out and in. The recording of this is from Saturday and Sunday, 6th and 7th from November 2010 in the Tokyo International Forum Hall A. And it's awesome. And then here is some different stuff of the creators, the artists, the musicians. Oh, I'm missing some stuff here. Gotta go through this. There's a crystal from 9, or crystal in general. There's some of the, I think they're doing some interviews here, and they're just waiting and practicing. And there's lightning. They did all kinds of music with this thing. Being that it was, I believe this was in 2011 when I went. Nobuo Uematsu, legend, and Masashi as well. Arnie Roth, he's great. And they just had some great performers, especially when they did All Eyes on Me, which I think was her. I could be wrong. It's been a while. All Eyes on Me was from Final Fantasy VIII. So this was just a really cool, I think, addition to this. Try to get closer here. It's kind of awkward, but it's a board of music or signatures. I don't know what that is. That's crazy. Maybe it was something backstage. And this must be the end of it. So this is that's just a listing of everybody that was part of the concert. So it's really cool. The camera's having trouble. And then finally, this part is the collection, which apparently this first disc has a very bad habit of falling out. It does it every time, and it's really annoying. So this is the actual disc collection. It's a threefold because you have the DVD, and then you have the music discs. And then this is the track listing. So it's really awesome. You could probably find this here on YouTube. But in case we ever have like a digital dark age, all we have is like PlayStations with no internet. I can always turn to this. So it's really awesome. And that's just that. Here's the back. Not much going there. But anyway, this is again one of my more prized possessions. I did kind of look up the worth at one point. I haven't looked up anything else. But this one I did, and from what I could find, the sealed version of this goes for about $100. Now this, I don't know. No idea how much it would be, but it's really cool, and it's one of my most treasured. So, well, to wrap up, these are kind of awkwardly placed, but this is my music collection. Notably, I had a lot more CDs back in the day, but nowadays they're kind of going the way of the dodo. I mean, you know, unless it's like a really rare CD, most of these you could probably find for, or CDs in general. I mean, most of them will be like $1 to $5. So, vinyl is actually making more of a comeback, which I find amazing, at least as of this recording. But these are not only CDs, they're memories. There's C-dimmeries, I guess. And they mean a lot to me. So there's a treasure trove here. Heartfelt, experienced, awesome, and just fantastic. So thanks for watching. Thanks for letting me share these with you. And remember, you're awesome. Never let the world tell you otherwise. I apologize if this video was awkward in any way. Stay safe, stay sane. I also apologize for the camera because it's been being a jerk all day. So, see ya.